Oh, that's good water. Alright, this is going to be part 6. Hopefully the final part of the extended session run, unless I play any more fights and end up making a video out of it. In this fight, if it wasn't clear, I believe I'm playing Cat Zingano. I didn't actually pay attention to when I checked the names, but just judging by it, I think I'm playing Cat, being the aggressor, not spamming so much like this Ronda is now. And as I've said before, I was in a mood to commentate, so this is like the 6th video I've commentated in a row, and they were all 10 plus minutes. I've probably commentated for like an hour now, so I'm enjoying myself. I like to do commentaries, but I'm not going to force it. As I said before, I wasn't in the mood to do the videos before, but today I woke up feeling pretty good, so I actually said that I probably wasn't gonna commentate over all of these, but I actually have ended up commentating over all of these just because. Are we gonna finish Ronda that easy? Yeah, we do. Just because I was in the mood for it. I was in the mood to talk. I'm kind of an introvert. I don't really like to open up and talk that much, and it's kind of weird because I'm here talking to myself in real life, but in the video I'm talking to you wonderful person, you. So I'm talking to you, and it's good for me. I mean, I've done public speaking before, and it was absolutely terrifying, but it was part of the class that I was in high school. And it was a good class. It teaches you how to publicly address people and present information, which is good. A lot of high school kids don't know how to present information or projects. So it was kind of funny because I was in 2 different high schools throughout my time in high school, which is a story for another day. But it was kind of funny because in that first school where we learned about public speaking and how to present information and all that, and then I went to that second school and like nobody knew what to do. It was awful. It was just like kids sitting up in front of the whole class staring at a whiteboard or staring at a projection screen, talking to a wall. And that's completely incorrect. You're like, you might as well be talking to yourself, like kind of like I am now, but I'm addressing an audience, so I mean it's different. So they're not presenting well, and their information is jumbled, and they're basically just reciting off of their PowerPoints or pictures or whatever they've got on the screen in front of you. They're not really adding a lot of depth or variety to their presentation. They're just, as I said, they're just reciting whatever they've got written down, staring at a wall, talking to a wall. And it would really bother me. It really would. Just because I knew better. So I'll get to that story one day, how I went to 2 different high schools. I could tell it now, but I don't really feel like it. So somebody will have to remind me. Another day. Another day. Something I want to talk about with you guys now, I want to know what kind of video games you guys enjoy. I've always been into video games, like ever since I was 6, 7, maybe 8. I think the first video game I can remember playing was on a Super Nintendo, and I think it was Super Mario World. That was a great game. I think the first PlayStation game I ever played was Ape Escape. That was a great one. Oh my god, this Anderson Silva, holy shit. Yeah, I'm playing Rook Rock Gold. I was giving him a try. I never played him before. And it works out pretty well. But I think the first PlayStation 2 game I ever played was Ratchet and Clank. Maybe? It was either Ratchet and Clank or Jak and Daxter. I don't even think the first Jak and Daxter was called Jak and Daxter. I think it was just like Jak and the Precursor Stone or something like that, something along those lines. But it was one of those two. I ended up playing them both anyway. I just don't remember which one I played first. And PlayStation 2 was an amazing console. That was great. Probably, I think the first Xbox game I ever played, Halo Combat Evolved. I think that was it for me. The one that started it all. Halo Combat Evolved. Oh, I have fond memories of Halo. But I think after that I ended up getting a Xbox 360. Did I get that one first? I think I got an Xbox first, but I didn't get Live for a long time. Like, I probably had an Xbox for 2 or 3 years before I got Live. And I don't remember. I think the first game I played on Xbox 360 was like Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. That one revived the Call of Duty series, and we all know where that's gone. It took off and then kind of dropped off a little bit. People, including myself, have been kind of turned off from the series lately. Around Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, the game was kind of getting a little stale for me. Kind of felt like the same thing over and over. I mean, even before that, it was just kind of reskins and doing the same thing, but they were kind of, they had enough variety that it still kept my interest, but after they started doing the whole Ghost completely turned me off from it. I mean, at that point I was like, well, I'm not really enjoying the game as much. I mean, Black Ops 2 kept my interest with zombies. I was still playing zombies with friends a lot. And then Ghost was coming out, and I was like, I'm not sure if I want it. And then all my friends were getting it, so I was like, oh, well, I should get it and play with them. And then we all kind of mutually decided that Ghost was a piece of crap and that we didn't want to play it anymore, so we ended up selling our copies, and I didn't end up playing the game anymore. And I don't have any plans on buying Advanced Warfare, just because it doesn't seem... It's still Call of Duty. At the end of the day, regardless of what they do to it, whatever, they want to add jetpacks and laser guns and superpowers of your exosuits, like, come on, it's still Call of Duty. So, I don't have plans on buying it. I think the first PlayStation 3 game I ever played was called Heavenly Sword. That was an amazing game for the time. I don't remember when it was released. I'm probably going to get it wrong, but I think it was released in like 2008 or 9. I would say no later than 2010, but no earlier than like 09. That was a great game. That was one of those first games that introduced me to the DualShock's wireless thing. There was not a lot of games do it, but there was a feature that you could do with the DualShock controllers where you could control what's going on the screen with your controller. And you can kind of do that now with the next gen consoles, but for the time that was like new. That was something nobody else was really doing. And you could, like, you had this, you would switch between two characters. One of them was this beastly sword-wielding chick, and she would just destroy everybody. And then this other one was her little friend who had this, like, crossbow sniper gun thing, and you could like shoot that and control where the bullet goes and shoot cannonballs out of, you know, it was a fun game. That was really fun. But lately, well, I should probably say I was always into MMOs, role-playing games. I played a lot. I mean, I can't even express how much I played RuneScape. Please tell me I'm not the only one. I played RuneScape for years. Somebody turned me on to RuneScape when I was in like grade 6, and I got hooked on it instantly. I probably played it for 2 or 3 years before I got membership, just because I started playing it when I was like 12 or 13, and I mean, you can't get a job in the United States at 12 or 13 unless you're working on like a family business or something. But I wasn't like getting paid, so my parents paid for everything that I did. And I was like, can I get membership? And they would always say no, because they didn't want to pay for it. Even though it was cheap, it was like $5. Although now it's bumped up pretty much. I think it's like almost 10 now, which is ridiculous, but it's whatever. So I played RuneScape for probably 7 years. I started playing in like 06, and I probably unofficially quit in 2012, early 2013. Probably around the same time that they released the Evolution of Combat. I was turned off of the idea that they're gonna completely change the name of the game. That was a beautiful knockout. I swayed back and just elbowed him. But yeah, there was just this time where they just decided that they were gonna change everything about the combat in the game, and it just didn't sit well with me. Although I gave it a chance. And then again, a couple months later, I decided to buy membership and just play for nostalgia. But I mean, I unofficially quit, as I said. So I mean, I'm not playing it now, which is okay. I don't mind. But it'll always hold a place in my heart. RuneScape was an amazing game. And then there was a time after I quit RuneScape, I started playing World of Warcraft. And to say that I got into World of Warcraft late would be an understatement. But I had a friend who had been playing it for a while, and he was like, oh, let's just make new accounts and make new heroes, characters, and whatever. Toons, they would call them. So I ended up playing World of Warcraft with him for a year or two, getting level 85 pretty quick. We played a lot, doing all the raids and stuff, and then like Mist of Pandaria came out, and they started changing everything about the fighting. So they, my favorite people to be, I had a level 85 Death Knight and a level 85 Warrior, and they started nerfing like everything about them, and I was like, alright, this is dumb. I don't feel like getting to 90 anymore. And he's like, yeah. I mean, he ended up getting like engaged and having a kid anyway, so he didn't really have time to play, and I wasn't interested in playing, and we just kind of stopped playing that. So after those, we ended up playing Diablo together. That same guy and I, after the baby and all that, we started playing Diablo, and played Diablo for a bit. We ended up beating it a couple times, but the grind was a little insane. And then after Diablo, I ended up getting into MOBAs. I play a lot of League of Legends now, and I've been recently getting into Dota, and I like them both a lot. Pretty good. It's a good time. I have a good time playing Dota with my friends who are good at it, and I have a good time playing League of Legends. But they're two different games. They are very, very different. There are a lot of features in both games that I like and dislike, and I'll have to talk about that more in another video. But this fight's over. This video's over. And I want to know what you guys do with your video games, what you play, how you play. This has been Reverend Ghost. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.